Welcome back to Everyday English 15, the podcast that gives you the phrases you need for the life you want. I'm Noah.
And I'm Ellie. And Noah, I have a question for you. Have you ever been out for dinner with friends, the bill arrives, and everyone just stares at it like it's a ticking bomb?
The awkward silence, I know it well. It's that moment of panic where you're trying to mentally calculate your share without looking cheap.
Exactly. Money can be such a tricky topic, but it's part of everyday life. And that's what we're tackling today. How to talk about money in English. We're going to give you all the essential phrases and idioms so you can navigate these situations like a pro.
Right, from being incredibly rich to, well, the opposite of that, which, let's be honest, is a bit more relatable for most of us.
Definitely. So let's start at the top. Imagine your friend just won the lottery. How would you describe them? You could say they are rolling in it.
Rolling in it. I like the visual of that. Just Scrooge McDuck swimming in a vault of gold coins. It means you have a lot of money. You're extremely wealthy.
Exactly. Another great one is loaded. You could say, ever since she sold her company, she's absolutely loaded, or made of money. This one is often used in the negative, though.
Oh yeah, my dad used to say that all the time when I asked for a new video game. What do you think? I'm made of money?
It's the classic parent response. It just means I don't have an unlimited supply of cash. So, on the flip side, what about when you have no money? This is the one I'm an expert in, especially after a good shopping trip.
Was gonna say, this sounds like your territory. The most common word is just broke. I can't come out this weekend. I'm completely broke until payday.
Or you could say you're strapped for cash. It gives the feeling that money is really tight right now. Like, I'd love to go on vacation with you, but we're a little strapped for cash at the moment.
Right. It's a slightly more formal or polite way of saying you're broke. Another one I hear a lot is living paycheck to paycheck.
Oh, that's a big one. It means you use all the money you earn in 1 month just to survive. So by the time the next paycheck comes, you have almost nothing left. There's no room for savings.
It's a really tough situation that a lot of people are in. A related phrase is to make ends meet. This means to have just enough money to pay for the basic things you need, like rent and food.
Yeah, you could say with rising prices, it's becoming harder for families to make ends meet. It really highlights the struggle.
It really does. You know, all this talk about money is so useful. And if you guys listening want even more English tips, we actually break down clips from movies and TV shows on our YouTube channel. It's a really fun way to learn.
It is. You can see these phrases in action. Just search for Everyday English 15 on YouTube and hit subscribe. You won't regret it. Okay, so let's move on to the fun part, spending money.
Or the not so fun part, depending on the price tag. Let's talk about things that are super expensive. My go-to phrase is, it cost an arm and a leg.
Yes, it's so dramatic. I love it. Like, I love my new phone, but it cost an arm and a leg, meaning it was incredibly expensive. I feel this way every time I buy a new yoga membership.
I feel that way about tickets to see my favorite football team. It's like I have to choose between seeing the game and eating for a week. A similar one is, it cost a pretty penny.
Right, a little softer than losing your limbs, but the same meaning. That designer handbag cost a pretty penny, but I had to have it. That's me, justifying a purchase.
I can hear you saying that exact sentence. What about when something is unfairly expensive? Like you feel like you're being cheated.
Oh, that's daylight robbery. For example, they charged me $10 for a bottle of water? That's daylight robbery. It means the price is outrageously high.
I use that one for airport food. It's always daylight robbery. So, okay, we know how to talk about being rich, being poor, and buying expensive things. But how do we spend money? Let's say you're buying something luxurious, a treat for yourself.
You'd say you're going to splash out or splurge. They both mean to spend a lot of money on something you don't strictly need. For my birthday, I splashed out on a meal at that new Michelin-starred restaurant.
Nice. I recently splurged on a new travel backpack for my upcoming trip to Southeast Asia. It cost a pretty penny, but it's worth it. See? Using the phrases.
You're a natural. But what if you have to be careful with money? This is the reality when I'm saving up for something, like a new stand mixer for my kitchen.
Then you might be on a shoestring budget. It means you're operating with very little money. When I was backpacking through Europe after university, I was seriously on a shoestring budget. I think I lived on bread and cheese for a month.
That sounds both amazing and terrible. You could also say you need to tighten your belt. It means you have to spend less money than usual. After the holidays, we all had to tighten our belts a bit.
Yep, no more expensive coffees for a while. A more extreme version is penny pinching. This implies you are being extremely careful about every single small amount of money you spend.
Right. It can sometimes have a slightly negative feel, like you're being a bit too careful, but honestly, when you're saving for a goal, you have to do some penny pinching.
Totally. Which brings us to our next section, saving money. This is the responsible adult part of the podcast.
The most famous idiom here has to be save for a rainy day. It means to save money for a time in the future when you might unexpectedly need it.
Exactly. Like if your car breaks down or your dog Mookie suddenly needs to go to the vet. You need that rainy day fund. I always try to put a little bit of each paycheck aside for a rainy day.
That's very responsible of you. That saved money is often called a nest egg. It's a sum of money saved for the future, usually for retirement. My parents worked hard their whole lives to build up a nice little nest egg.
It's a lovely image, isn't it? A little safe egg in a nest. It feels protected. Another way to talk about saving is to cut back on things. This means to reduce the amount of something you use or spend.
Like, to save for our vacation, we need to cut back on eating out. It's specific. You're not just vaguely tightening your belt, you're identifying the exact expense to reduce.
That's a good distinction. So you've saved your money, you've been responsible. Let's talk about earning it in the first place. The money has to come from somewhere.
The absolute classic is to bring home the bacon. It just means to earn money for your family to live on. It's a bit old-fashioned, but people still use it all the time.
Right. The person who earns the money or the main source of income is called the breadwinner. So you could say, I'm the main breadwinner in my family, so I can't afford to lose my job.
Food-related idioms are the best. Bacon, bread. What's next? What about a part of a business that makes a lot of money?
That would be the cash cow. It's a product or service that reliably makes a lot of profit for a company. For example, for a movie studio, their superhero franchise might be their cash cow.
That makes sense. And if you personally do something that makes you a lot of money very quickly, you make a killing. My friend made a killing investing in that new tech company. It sounds a bit aggressive, but it just means you made a huge profit.
I'd love to make a killing on something. The opposite of that, though, is wasting money, my personal specialty.
Don't be so hard on yourself. But there are some great phrases for this. My favorite is to pour money down the drain. It means to waste money on something completely useless.
Yeah, like buying that cheap printer that broke in a week was just pouring money down the drain. You got nothing from it. It's just gone.
Another good one, and this is more of a proverb, is a fool and his money are soon parted. It means that a foolish person won't be able to hold onto their money for long. They'll spend it carelessly or get tricked out of it.
It's a bit judgmental, but true. And of course, the phrase every child has heard a million times, money doesn't grow on trees.
Yes, it means money is a limited resource, and you have to work for it. It doesn't just appear out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure I'm going to say this to my cat Tinkerbell when she demands the expensive brand of cat food.
I'm sure she'll be very understanding. Mookie just looks at me with his sad puppy eyes when I try to buy the budget dog food. It never works. He ends up with the stuff that costs an arm and a leg.
They have us wrapped around their little paws. Okay, let's get back to that awkward dinner situation from the beginning. We've got the bill. What are the phrases we need?
Okay, so if you're all contributing money for a group gift or the bill, you chip in. The waiter might ask, are you paying together? And you can say, no, we're all going to chip in. It means everyone pays a part of the total.
Right, and if everyone is just paying for what they personally ate and drank, you can say, we're going Dutch, or let's go Dutch. It means each person pays their own share.
That's the easiest way to avoid arguments. Or sometimes people say, let's split it, which can mean either splitting it evenly between everyone or splitting it based on what you had. You have to be careful with that one.
It's true. Communication is key. Finally, what if you want to offer your opinion on a money-related topic? Or any topic, really.
You can offer your 2 cents. It's a humble way of giving your opinion. You can say, if I can give my 2 cents, I think we should invest in the safer option. It means here is my small contribution to the conversation.
I love that one. It's so useful in meetings or casual chats. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground, from being loaded to being strapped for cash.
We have. So let's do a little fantasy exercise. Ellie, if you were absolutely rolling in it, what's the first thing you would do?
Oh, easy. I would build my dream kitchen. I'm talking a huge island, a commercial-grade oven, and one of those fancy fridges with the glass door. I would splash out on the best cooking equipment money can buy. And then I'd hire a private chef because I'd probably be too busy to cook.
Of course you would. That's hilarious. For me, I'd buy season tickets for life to my favorite basketball team, courtside seats. And I'd build a massive luxury dog park for Mookie and all his friends, with a pool and everything.
Okay, a private dog park is a new level of rich. Tinkerbell would demand a custom-built multi-level cat tree made of solid gold.
See, our pets would be living the high life. But on a serious note, the key takeaway from today is that there are so many ways to talk about money. You don't have to just use words like rich or poor or expensive.
Exactly. Using these idioms will make you sound much more natural and fluent. And it can also help you understand native speakers better, because we use these phrases all the time without even thinking about it.
Let's do a quick recap of our top 5. What would you pick, Ellie?
Okay, I'll choose to cost an arm and a leg for something very expensive, to make ends meet for having just enough money to survive, save for a rainy day for being prepared for emergencies, splash out for treating yourself, and chip in for group payments. How about you?
Those are great. I'll add strapped for cash for being low on money, on a shoestring budget for when you're traveling or trying to save, bring home the bacon for earning a salary, pour money down the drain for wasting it, and go Dutch to make paying for dinner less awkward.
Perfect. So next time you're talking about your finances or trying to split a bill, you'll have the perfect phrase ready. We hope this has made a sometimes stressful topic a little more fun and manageable.
That's the goal. As always, thank you for tuning in to Everyday English 15. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel for more content.
We'll be back next week with another topic to help you master everyday English. Until then, take care.
Bye, everyone.